All right, now we're going to talk about camera position number 2. You know you're number 2 because you have this beautiful mailbox number up here. When you get to the rig, one thing you need to know and try to remember on this is vital, is this position doesn't require the camera to be moved physically. So you won't need to change anything to do. This is locked down. The pan left and right and the tilt up and down are locked down. If you do move these and force them, it will actually cause it to, it'll break it and cause it to loosen, and you'll have some unwanted play in the movement. So right now we're just using this for our wide shot, and we always want to be constantly pushing in toward the stage and bringing the viewer closer to the stage. When you get here, I'm going to speed my zoom up right there. I'm going to zoom all the way in as close as I can, and I want to set my focus, make sure my focus is on the front of this podium. So that's really close, and I can confirm it by looking up at my viewfinder. Those red lines show me what the lens is looking at and focusing on. So I can see that little red line all the way around the edge of the podium. Once I'm done with that, I can zoom all the way back out, and I'm going to slow my zoom speed as slow as possible. So in order to operate this camera, all it's constantly doing is zooming in. What you want to do for the most of the time, especially during the sermon, this just needs to be as slow as possible without stopping. You never want this movement, this camera, to be live and to be stopped, unless told otherwise by the operator. There may be a special situation where it just needs to be a wide shot and stationary. But what you're going to want to do is begin to move this to the right until you get some speed moving on that lens right there. You don't want to play too close to that offline, otherwise, you know, you could be right in the middle of this beautiful shot and all of a sudden it stop because you're right in that little secret sweet spot. So you don't risk it. You can move a little faster. I'd rather you be a little faster than to be stopping in the shot. Number 2 is we're going to be conscious of when we're actually going live. There may be some empty rows. You can still back all the way out as far as you need to, but just be aware we're probably going to go live once you get to a certain point beyond the rows. How far do you go in? You never really want to go any further than a head-to-toe shot. So in this case, I've got our focus is in the middle of that stage. I'm about there right now. That's about as far as I want to go. Immediately begin to back out. If you're really brave, you can do that. Make sure that's always slow again though. And if you're tired, you may just have to just run this thing full slow speed and run with it. Now, you're going to be tempted when you're live, if pastor is walking near the edge of the frame, you're going to be tempted to stop your zoom. Don't do it. You got to trust the operator here when we're running these shots. And also, there's a certain way that these shots are used and timing that they're used, and Cody will tell you about when to be ready for your shot.
So if you see him moving left and right to the stage, this is kind of a parallax motion between him and between the camera zoom that's creating just a really clean shot. So when you see him walking towards the sides, as he's wont to do sometimes, on his walk back is normally when we want the shot to start for that transitionary, because he's going to go across left and right on the screen there. So learn to anticipate that.
So we're going to anticipate if he's over here and you're not live yet, basically the controller, when the pastor turns and begins to walk back toward the center of the stage, as soon as he makes the turn, we want to be at a place to where we're already zooming and anticipating he's probably going to use your shot as he returns. Yeah. And keep it going no matter how far he gets to the other side, just let it roll. He'll cut away to another camera when it's time. And even if if you're still live, don't stop. Just keep it going.
Yeah.
Even if you're beyond the head to toe. So,
and remember, until you hear me call out, or whoever is running the switchboard, until you hear them call out the next camera is live, Once you hear live, that means you're good to pull back out. But if you don't, when you hear next, like camera 1, don't start pulling back right there. Wait till you hear the finished live so that you know that that person has fully transferred over. Please.